Hello. Hello, G. Welcome to the stream, as always. Okay. Today I'm just gonna do some. Okay, I meant to do the DIY prize. Haven't been doing it yet. But I don't know. Like this pose doesn't seem that good, which was why I was doing some pose practice or like sketches on the side to hopefully, change it and make it look a little better. I don't know. Yeah. It's your birthday, but you're doing finals? Oh, it's your birthday? Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Gigi. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Greetings, how's it going? Great, thank you, Oracle. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Is that Oracle? I think so. Oh my gosh, the names just gets harder and harder to read. Softastical. Hi, your art is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Louise. Welcome. Wonderful voice. I don't sing at all. Okay, not at all. I sing in the shower, but I don't usually sing because I don't sing well, so sometimes I do, like in the shower, then I sing well, but everyone does. So, take that at the value, or however you say the phrase. I forgot. My English is not Englishing, so I was in the middle of doing my college assignment, and then I'm so cooked now, but it's all good. Now I'm back to art. And trust me guys, the online shop is happening. New video is happening. I've been working on it, but college has been piling up, and college work has been piling up, and I'm trying to catch up, so catch up. I've been trying to catch up. Hopefully it works well. Hello, Mia. Oh, Mia Mei. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Nice. Yes, sir. Okay, that's one pose. Let's make that one. Good luck. Thank you. Okay, actually, recently I've been thinking to use another brush for sketches and stuff. I've been thinking to use a pencil textured line art brush to change it up a little, but I'm not sure if it would work out well, so why not try it out? We should try it out right now. Pencil and stuff. Okay. Where's my pencil brush? I don't have a pencil. Do I not have a pencil brush? Jesus. That look pretty cool. It could add some texture. Yes, sir. It makes it more unique, I do think so. Do you use drawing pads for drawing? Yeah, I use a tablet. I used to use a what is it called? Just the regular writing tablet, but now I use a display tablet, so it's a little different now. I have that one friend who just happens to always message me when I'm streaming. I'm starting to think that he knows I'm streaming, and then every time I stream, he sends me a DM or shit. I have enough reasons to believe that he does. Every freaking time I open a stream on my YouTube, and then he always sends a message or DM me. I'm thinking he knows that I'm streaming or something. And I'll be like, bro, I'm in the middle of streaming. Can you please message me another time? And then he will always message me when I'm streaming. So I feel like he probably knows, I guess. Okay, this looks like a pretty cool brush. Let's try it out. Okay, I just downloaded this. Let's try. Yeah. Okay, this is very realistic. In the sense that it's not the best for my artwork because it's way too realistic. Look. It is very realistic, which is this is more for what is it called? Shading in a realistic style. probably not for me. I need another one. Soft chalk pencil. Let's see. Would this be good? Okay, let's try. Okay, I'm just gonna download random brushes, not that I don't have the Clippy token, so you know, I can just always try out different pencils. Or, you know, brushes in that sense. Okay. Okay. Your model is so pretty, thank you. Ichika Ryu fan? Hello, hi, welcome to the stream. Maybe Kuroshiro's brushes? Are they on here? Maybe I can try out sometime. Maybe not today, but sometime. Almost. I mean, definitely. You're just gonna chill while you do your finals? Good luck, and it's your birthday. It sucks that you still had to do like your finals on your birthday. That would suck so much. Excuse me. Ooh. Ooh, okay. This looks good. Yeah, I think we can go with this. I like it. Okay, we're gonna try out this one. Let's do some pose sketches. Let's do it. They have 2 free brushes. I don't mind if they're paid, as long as they're not like paid with gold instead of Clippy tokens. Fortunately, to be fair, I was procrastinating. Could have finished this way earlier. I've gotcha. Like, I understand that procrastination, you know. Okay, I took a picture of myself and I thought it would be, you know, maybe a great reference to reference myself, I guess. Okay, so actually no, let's use another brush. Let's use this one. Yes sir, this is great. Oh, I can't like get the reference there because it's not on my phone. Need my phone to like line up with the tablet. Here we go. Your art is so cute. Thank you. I always sought to make cute art, so you get me. Sorry. I guess my throat is kind of acting up today. Your art is indeed very cute. Here's the thing. I want to make it less cute and more cool. You know what I mean? Imagine if this pose was like some character, some hot character, like just wielding like a sword in here. You know what I mean? Imagine it was some kind of like hot character wielding a freaking sword. Like here. And then like that. Something like that, you know. That would be cool. That would be so cool, actually. Okay, this does not look the best, but you know, we can make it look the best later. Who's a cool source person who's popular? I want to draw popular characters, you know, because of freaking algorithm. Is there a single person in Genshin that wields a sword and is a woman? Like, I don't mean just sword in that sense. I don't mean like a character like Kiching. Like a character who wields a sword that looks cool and something like a katana. And no, I won't draw Raiden Shogun just because I have personal beef with Raiden Shogun. Okay, not on a personal level, but she's not my favorite character, and we'll leave it at that. I'm sorry, Raiden fans and Raiden Sims, she's not my type. Neither is Yae Miko, actually. Actually, I think I just don't like the whole Raiden family. I just like Raiden Shogun, Yae Miko, and Wanderer, so... You don't really like Raiden that much too, it's okay. Okay, here's my take. Amongst all the Archons, my favorite is most definitely Furina, and I don't... Okay, Saritsa might change that. I really hope they don't freaking ruin her and make her like a waifu-bait character. Like, kind of how Columbina ended up. Okay, I still love Columbina, but like, you get what I mean. But up until now, it most definitely is Furina, and it probably would stay that way. And then probably the second in line is Nahida. Third is whoever, you know, I don't know. Like, others I don't really care that much, I guess. Like, other than Furina and Nahida. Probably Columbina, but she isn't really an Archon, and, you know. I kind of wish that Columbina wasn't, you know, like, now. It would have been so much cooler, but it is what it is. She's still cute, I still like her. I do like Nicole a lot. You got broken by Furina's story, it was so sad. Funny thing was, I was able to resonate with Furina way more than Finan in Honkai Star Rail. I don't know why. Like, Finan is so much, like, Finan's story is so much sadder, like, it's so much worse, but like, I find myself emphasizing more with Furina instead of Finan, maybe because Furina's cute. You get what I mean? Who's your favorite? Most definitely Furina in Genshin and Fei Xiao in Honkai Star Rail. For Honkai Star Rail, my two favorite characters probably Fei Xiao and Aventurine, then maybe Saridra in the third. I don't know, like, I don't have a lot of characters that I really like in Honkai Star Rail, but in Genshin it will be Furina, Xiao, Saritsa. She isn't released yet, and I don't even know what she looks like. We just knew what she's called out of 5 years. But I think I'm gonna like her a lot. Columbina, I thought I was gonna like her a lot. I still kind of do, but not as much because of, you know, how it went. Actually, Sandrone, she's one of my personal favorites. Not like favorite, but she's there. She's cute. So... I'm trying to copy my real life pose. Try my best. Sandrone is really cute indeed. Yes, she is. I really like her. Like, she turned out to be so much more interesting than I thought she would be. I mean, she, in the Winter Night Lazo teaser, she kind of has a basic design. Even till now, like, okay, we're not going to talk about leaks, so I'm just going to talk about how I saw in my allegedly a dream that, allegedly she was gonna get a redesign in, like, the next few patches. And then people were so surprised by it, but I was like, isn't that kind of obvious? Okay, because like, okay, maybe that's because I run Genshin on like the max settings possible, and I don't mean to like make it a joke. I run Genshin on the max settings, like max, and max. The only thing missing is that Genshin doesn't have a 120 FPS for some reason. So it's very noticeable for me to me that Sandrone's current model is like Jack. If you look into her, like, her head is obviously done well, but then the clothes are like, you can see like, oh shit, you can see like the textures, it's like pixelated. So I thought it was super obvious that she was gonna get a redesign, and then apparently people were so like surprised that she was gonna get a redesign. I was like, huh, isn't that kind of obvious? I was like, how do you not anticipate that she was gonna get a redesign? I think it's my prediction for her redesign is that I think it's gonna be similar to her current design. Maybe something like Wanderer's redesign in that sense. Redesigns can be fun, yes sir. Sandrone is actually the underdog. Like, she's so funny. I love her. I like Fischl a lot too, actually. I might have a type. I like Sandrone, Fischl, and Farina. I might have a type. Hear me out. I guess I have a type. But, like, to be honest, I don't know what my type is because in Honkai Star, it's freaking Fei Xiao and Adventuring. So, like, I don't know. Maybe I have a different type in every universe or some shit. I've played Wua for a bit. I've gotten to like whatever that road is called, but the like Vienna. No, not Vienna, Venice. I've gone to Italy in I've gone to Italia in Wua, and I was at eating spaghetti, but I don't think I have a favorite up until now. Like, none of the characters really make me very interested. So maybe I haven't gotten to the point in the story where I thought like characters would be interesting. I freaking skipped the whole Huanglong act because I thought it was so boring, and my friend just kept telling me like just skip it or something. Actually, you know what? No, I need a model. I need a model for like assistant. I can't draw an elephant because I was wearing a dress, so I can't really see the anatomy. Where's my model? Oh, there it is. Chat, who's your favorite character in Not Cry, or like in the whole Genshin in that sense? I have a question about your art. I always wonder how you make your composition. Do you search references on Pinterest and combine it all together, or do you doodle till you find a good comp? Both. Both. I do both, yeah. Some artworks, it's like a mash from Pinterest. Some artworks are like doodles. You know, my design professor famously said, okay, not famously, but I 100% agree with him, and I think I probably had said this in the past too. The ultimate guide to creating a good design or artwork in this context is to plagiarize. Plagiarism is the best solution, but plagiarism is only done in this context with a lot of people. If you're plagiarizing a lot of people, that's not called plagiarism. That's called referencing. If you plagiarize one person, that's called plagiarism. That's what my professor said. And you know what? I 100% agree with him. Like, when you copy from tons of different people, it's not plagiarism. It's taking ideas and bits and pieces and assembling it together to create your own creation, right? But if you only copy from one person, then it's, then it is plagiarism. So I do both. I both plagiarize and okay, don't take this out of context. And I doodle too. For example, the Nicole artwork I just released was a doodle. The Hirda artwork was a photo I took of myself. And then I don't know, actually, yeah. Someone's gonna clip this. Don't clip this out of context. I don't want to get cancelled. I'm 18. I'm only 18 and I have a family. Don't cancel me. I have a freaking family to feed. My first favorite gonna be Keqing. She's the first main I have. I have a freaking Keqing shrine on my table. Like, I have her merch on like a little plastic, like a transparent box. Like the official merchandise, and I love her so much. I still play with Keqing, like, I still play Keqing in the Spiral Abyss, and I have gotten 30. Okay, maybe that's because I have a freaking C6 Farina, and I feel like it would be bad if I can't 36 star the Abyss with a C6 Farina. But even when I didn't have the C6 Farina, I was using Kaching and I 36 starred every abyss, so skill issue if you can't. Alrighty, so take tons of people, inspo, and then form it all into one piece. Yeah, you can do that. That's the general go-to for most artists I know anyways. Well, some artists just generate their ideas out of nothing, but you know, most of them do this as well. My main when I used to play in Natlan was Mualani. Mualani was like, she's like, I feel like every region has that one, like the first character that gets released are like always Doom posted and then they turn out to be like super freaking strong. Except Linny. I don't know. Who was the first character to get released in Sumer Technari? I guess he wasn't Doom posted. Well, that aged pretty... Okay. I guess my idea aged like milk. I mean, Loma is really good. She's like the Archon of Knockout. Her meta power is like Archon level. She's stronger than like a Suzu Nahida, so I guess that kind of speaks, you know, if anything. Was the first 5-star for first 5-star? That was his first 5 time. That was a success. What was that? What was that supposed to mean? Star? Oh! First 5-star that was a success. Did you not pull for... Sorry. Did you not pull for Newfoundland? I mean, he's still relevant. Guys, look. Look. I'm not coping. Farina is still relevant. She's not only good in one team. Trust me. She's still meta. She's still relevant. I did not pull for her C6 for nothing. But I main Skirk now because she shares the same JPVA as your favorite in Honkai. Wait, who's your favorite in Honkai? I play Genshin in EN and Honkai Star in EN and JP. I used to play Genshin exclusively in JP, but then Farina gets released, so I switched to EN because of Amberly. Is she called Amberly Connors? I think. Well, is it? I don't know. I forgot. Her ENVA is super good. That's why I switched to EN. Durandal? Wait, who is that? Shit. Anyhow, I really loved Fei Xiao's voice in Honkai Star. It was so good, like JP voice. It's so cool. Like, yes, please. Oh man. Dude, every time I open a live stream, I always wonder how many people like came from my Instagram or like my regular videos and think that I was like a perfectly normal person, like a cute or like elegant girl just drawing every day and like, you know, drawing cute art and probably has like the same cute personality, and then just like joining one of my streams and finding out that about this absolute abomination who can't speak English actually. Self-proclaimed first language as both English and Cantonese, by the way, and can't speak English. Okay, let's break it down a little bit. I'm just practicing with lines. I just want to make it quick because I've been drawing really slow recently, and I feel like I had to like try to learn how to speed up and shit. You know. Okay, so that's the, you know. Break it down to wait, let me read it. Okay. Stop playing Wua because I had too many games to play. Same. Wua was because I don't know, you know, just didn't feel like playing it anymore. Maybe I'll play it again later. For Not Crying biased to Columbina, and then the whole Genshin is really hard. It's hard to choose. Yeah, Genshin has pretty good characters actually. The thing about Genshin is that because it has only one world, so every character feels very complete. Because they only need to like focus on one world. They don't need to focus on no like paths and eons and shit like in Honkai Star Rail. So that's the thing in Genshin, they can make characters pretty complete instead of being a little bit all over the place. Actually, yeah, I pulled for Cyrene, even though I said I wasn't gonna pull for her. I pulled for her because of meta, not because I liked her. Because, like, I mean, the next word is gonna be, like, elation, right? So, the Trailblazer is gonna be elation, so probably need Cyrene in replace of, like, Remembrance Trailblazer. Like, I can't live without Remembrance Trailblazer. I can't think how, like, I cannot imagine how strong elation Trailblazer would be if Remembrance Trailblazer was like that. Like, Jesus, like, Stella is like the strongest freaking support in the current game. One of the, actually. I think for me, I love Star because it is tied to themes of different things. I mean, it isn't the same for Genshin though, for different nations and all that. I think Genshin just has a general, like, a stronger ties within nations, whereas Honkai Star, every different world, the only connection would be the main characters and like the eons and paths. But then every world feels very different, whereas Genshin doesn't exactly feel very different because we all know it's like the same gimmick and stuff, right? You're losing motivation to draw lately because you're just doing everything the same. Like, I can't make it interesting. Same. I was so, like, recently I did think about giving up on art just because I was concerned that I can't live with art, but you know, it was never my plan to make enough to only live off of illustration anyways, so I'll still keep doing it. Actually, I really want to hire someone to manage my socials, especially Twitter, because I felt like I should probably like invest on Twitter or something, but I really can't. Like, I don't have the time to like manage that many socials. Like, I'm already done with one. Art block our enemy? Yes. 100%. And my pen broke, so you're going to the back route of using a finger? Oh, that sucks. I can't imagine life if my tablet broke. I mean, I have like drew with fingers in the past because like that's how everyone started, right? But like still, I can't imagine if I had to go back to using like fingers to draw. That would suck so much. Haziel even draws fingers? I thought that was how everyone started. Okay, I'm gonna talk about ancient history. if you're under the age of like what 15, then you probably don't know this, but there was a time in like in my childhood where iPads didn't exist. Did iPad exist in like 2007? I'm pretty sure the first iPhone got released when it was my birth. When did iPhones got released? It was June 29, 2007, so it was like 5 months before I got born. So, okay, so back in the days, iPhone wasn't a thing. It was only a thing after, like, right before I get born. So naturally, it wasn't a thing in my childhood, okay? I had one in like primary school, but I didn't get to use it, okay? It's just there for like communication purposes. In case something happens, and because both of my parents are at work, so in case something happens, okay? That's not for me to use it or something. And okay, so when was the iPad released? When did iPad came out? Okay. So it was 2010. How about iPencil? Oh no, that's called Apple Pencil. Apple Pencil. Okay, so apparently it was 20... What? It was 2015, okay. So... By that time I was 8. Wait, am I? Holy shit, it's 2025. So if we revert that 10 years, then I was 8. Because I'm now 18. Damn, I was young. So yeah, iPad and iPencil wasn't a thing. Okay, Apple Pencil wasn't a thing when I was a kid. So I started with like freaking fingers. That's why I default that everyone started with fingers too in their life. I did have like a Wacom tablet because again, back in my days, Wacom was the only like tablet producer, whereas now there's like Huion and NexiPen and stuff. So it's really not that difficult, yeah. Well, everyone starts at some point, so when you get adapted to it, it's fine. Wacom's way too expensive for me. Same, it's very expensive. But it was like there wasn't alternatives back then. So even though it was expensive, you still had to buy it, right? I bought it for like $100 Australian dollars equivalents back then. But that was like years and years ago. I probably imagined that like what was that called? Like shit, what is that called? I need Google Translate. I suddenly forgot what that's called in English. I know the word. Oh yeah, inflation. Because of inflation, I feel like probably would be more expensive now. €75, yeah. The one I got was cheaper than yours then. Euro, yeah. I think I know Euro. Actually, I don't really know Euro. I think is it similar to like pounds, like UK pounds? I don't know. I don't know about right now. €1 is 1.676 Australian dollars. Google says it's fine. Don't worry. Actually, the default currency for me isn't even Australian dollars, so you're good. My default currency in my brain is Hong Kong dollars. Because I am from Hong Kong, so. You first draw on paper, but if you want to make it digital, you take a picture and copy the sketch with the finger. Ooh, that brings me to the good old days. I used to do that when I was, say, like, new to digital art too. Used to do that. Oh, I'm really bad with perspective, but that's why I need to train it. Yeah. Perspective is so hard? Yes. 100% it is. Jesus. You first wanted to draw cute things, but now you have to learn composition, lighting, anatomy, color values, perspective, and color theory. You can start with perspective and anatomy. Colors can wait. Colors are very easy to learn. Okay, maybe that's because I have a thing with colors. For colors is like my favorite thing in art and music. You know, colors and music, like the term musical term colors. Yeah, that's it. It's It's one of my favorite things in music too. Chords are easy to learn, so you can just put that till later. It's fine. Okay. You skipped every basic, so now you're struggling with everything? Same. I didn't learn digital art the conventional way, so I can relate, but it's fine. You will learn it like slowly, and slowly. Like you'll learn it eventually, so you're gonna be fine. Trust me, you're gonna be fine. Currently so much with light and shading and rendering, no matter what tutorial you follow or how much studies you do, it doesn't click. Then maybe it could be that you're not on the level to move on here yet. Sometimes I think the most common thing with YouTube tutorials is that a lot of people say that YouTube tutorials don't help at all. I can kind of understand where they're going from because, well, I never grew up watching YouTube tutorials too. I just kind of learned it by Google instead, like watching articles, like reading it. Even though I do make YouTube tutorials myself because I thought it would be great if I shared my, perspective, but I think the main reason people aren't following YouTube tutorials or haven't gotten anything from it is because you haven't been to it's because your skill level isn't on the point where you can move on to that stage yet, or the things discussed in the tutorials aren't for beginners and maybe you just so happen to be on the beginner level. So I think that a lot of people follow YouTube tutorials and think it's ineffective. It's true, and the reason could very well, my opinion is that the reason is almost always because they're not good enough for that level of knowledge yet. So you have to take it step by step. You have to get good at it, little by little. YouTube tutorials aren't meant to be something which you can watch it and then you learn 100% of the knowledge. It's there to help you. So if you're lost, maybe it could give you a little bit of guidance, but ultimately you're gonna take it step by step, learn a little bit by yourself, and build up your knowledge on let's say anatomy, color, and stuff like that. So the reason why people think that YouTube tutorials aren't effective as well because they're not on the skill level on where they could use the tutorial yet. Eventually they would almost always get to there, but Never thought about that. Yeah, I think a lot of people well, I don't really mind if someone blamed my tutorials weren't good enough because it's not like I'm making any money off of YouTube currently. I mean, I could. I'm not at the... Actually, how far am I right now? I do want my money from YouTube, but, let's see. Well, I'm missing 600 watch hours, which is, something. I could reach that by streaming more. But I don't blame people if they say they can't follow my tutorials. But I would say if you can't follow the tutorials, that's because you aren't at the stage where you could learn about that yet. You'll get to there eventually, but it's probably because you lack the knowledge before the YouTube tutorials. So let's say you're on like a coloring tutorial on YouTube or like shading tutorial on YouTube, but then you still don't understand how to like pick colors effectively, how to balance colors, or like how to do shapes and forms, and that's why you're not following the tutorial. Trust the process. Sometimes you want to draw again and learn from zero. Yeah, you could. Or you can also go with the flow and, you know, find what helps you the most. Because in my opinion, no tutorial could help you learn how to draw. Tutorials only serve as like, you know, there to give you a little bit of tips and like tricks. Ultimately, you have to depend on yourself to learn things. It's like time, you know. Anyone can learn art. It's time. The thing is, it's hard for beginners to know what stage they're in because it's a matter of knowing what you can do. I think, well, I don't think it directly has something to do with social media because I understand it. Like, look, I draw a lot too. I draw since a kid, so I understand this. I think sometimes, hopping on social media too much and posting about your artworks too much tend to make you way too confident in your artwork. I don't mean it in the sense that don't be confident in your artwork. Like, please be confident in yourself and your ability to improve. That's the most important part. It's not like the hours 100% great. It's more on the ability that you could improve, right? But I think well, it was a problem in the past and it still is in the present. It's just that I think that it's more serious in modern day because of social media, because a lot of people, I think a lot of beginners post their artworks on like social media. A bunch of people go to like encourage them, which is great, don't get me wrong, it is great to encourage people, but a lot of people take those encouragement as like you know, oh, I'm actually that good, I can move on, but in fact they're not. I feel like they should be able to realize that they're not at this stage where they could move on yet. Like, they're probably still beginners, but it's like the thought of like, you know, it's the overwhelming support that they think they're like at that point already. Anyways, I saw someone mention Webtoon. I don't know where the comments go, but I'm not sure if you're asking if I watch Webtoons. No, I don't. I don't really read mangas. I only read visual novels and like, I mean games, visual novels, RPGs, and anime. I just don't read in general. I think that a very important tip I could give to everyone, and I think more people should like listen to this tip, is that if you think there's something wrong with your art, then there's two things you should do. First of all, if you think your artwork is weird, it probably is, and don't be stubborn on it. Like, you'll get to there eventually. Don't spend 5 hours to try to correct the mistake, because you won't know how to correct it yet. Which brings me to the second tip I think everyone should keep in mind. If you think your artwork is weird, it probably is. And the reason why you think it is weird is because you haven't gotten to the stage where you could identify what is weird about it. So a year later, if you look back to that artwork, then you will know what's weird about it, because now you've improved and you see the mistakes. So if you think your artwork is weird, that's because you haven't, like, you're not able to see the mistake. That's what I'm saying. And don't be stubborn on it, because eventually, a year later, you'll realize that there's something wrong with it. Is observe the work of artists that you look up to and try to learn from their works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it didn't. The way I learned the most is by observation. Music, art, all of these artistic stuff, you learn by observation. That's my opinion. I think the biggest factor of learning is probably observation and your ability to observe effectively. Can you draw Jax from TADC? TDC, please. If you commission me, sure. If it's a boy, most likely not. Well, commission prices are always on my website, so a lot of the times it's handy to get feedback from someone who's already on that stage to kind of point out the mistake. 100%. Yes. Sorry, I dropped my phone. Yeah. My reference is on my phone. In your case, you observe my art is beautiful and you really like it. Thank you. It's soft? Dude, I always thought that some of the time, like sometimes the colors I use aren't exactly the most soft and the people still say it's really soft. I don't know what that's got to do. Maybe it's my art style or something. You know, I could just take my live 2D like this, take a picture, and then draw an artwork out of it. Yeah. Anyways. Let's get to the head. Okay. True soft? Yeah. I'm so excited to showcase my finals. Your finals are showing your full reimagination of the fairy tale as you choose. Oh, that would be so interesting, dude. Your class sounds so fun. I wish I was studying in your class. Your course sounds so fun, honestly. I wish. I know there's tons of art, but like, you know, still. Yeah, actually, this looks pretty good. This looks great, actually. Our professors are really kind and they make it so easy to understand, but I know there's like some scary professors here. Industry standard stuff is crazy, and that is exactly why I can never be a full-time illustrator, because I don't think I can ever meet the industry standard. To compete with people who have studied in an art school like legitimately and who has majored in like illustration legitimately and animation art, like Japanese style animation art, I don't think I even stand a chance. That's why I won't want to become a full-time illustrator, because first of all, I know that I'm not on par with them. Second of all, like I don't think I can ever compete with them. So I don't want to be under so much pressure doing what I love. It should be my hobby, like my freelance or part-time job, and it will remain that way. I don't think I would enjoy this if I make it my full-time job. Unless I do it myself, like individually, but it's not that feasible. I don't have the money for that. So. And I don't think you can earn enough with like doing this individually full-time, so. Unless I didn't live in Australia or Hong Kong, then it would be pretty possible. Unfortunately, I do. And I can't immigrate to other countries. It would be so hard to immigrate to other countries too. Like, I don't plan to. How do you immigrate? Stay in that country for like 5 or 10 years. That would be so hard. And get a job good enough for that. By the time you immigrate, you're already like 30. Your young precious time, like the active time of your life, is already over by the time you finish immigrating. I don't think it's worth it. Unless you live in somewhere that's really bad that you really do have to immigrate, then I can understand. But then if it's like me, the original place isn't as bad as that, then immigrating would be like wasting my like youth, if you know what I mean. It would be so scary that I had to live alone for like 5 or 10 years and like, you know. By the time I finish immigrating and get like a citizenship from like the said country, I'm probably already 30. Like my youth and the times that I could like, you know, do whatever I want to is already over. Right now you're in, sorry, the subscribers only mode. Warning scared me. Nah, you're fine. Because I don't want people to like spam box. Right now I'm in art school and the teachers are really nice and understanding as long as you follow along and show up in class. That's good. That is really relatable. It makes you see all the mistakes in one shot. Actually, I think this brush is great. This brush is really good. Yes, sir. You should sleep right now, Hina. Ooh, good night then. You sleep really early. Isn't it like 10 or like 11 in the Philippines right now? It's like 12 in here, cause like 12 a.m. or p.m. a.m. Well, I mean morning. I mean midnight. Whatever it is, a.m. or p.m. midnight. I always confuse a.m. and p.m. when it comes to like midnight, 12 o'clock. Looks kinda weird. But I probably do know where the problem is, and I'm gonna try to fix it. It's 10 p.m. here in Philippines. Is it? Oh. We're debating if you should sleep or not because you technically don't have class tomorrow, then you probably shouldn't. If it was me, if there's no class tomorrow and I have no plans, I sleep at 4 a.m. Speaking of which, okay, not that I want to go to sleep, I do want to go to the toilet. Which is not speaking of which, but okay. English has not grown on me yet, so okay, I did need to go to the toilet. Okay, give me like a minute or 2 or 3. I'm gonna go to freaking toilet. Guys, I'm back. Why is your avatar staring at your soul? Unfortunate soul. You guys sleep in class? Just kidding. I used to do that in high school. I sleep in like every class in high school. Not like it's a secret. Everyone does. Maybe that's why I failed high school. Well, not really, but like I felt... Okay, there's some courses that I get like very, very, very good grades at, and there's some courses that I get really, 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 really bad grades at. Namely, chemistry, geography, and Chinese, and mathematics. And the other ones, namely English and visual arts. It's maybe music. I feel like it looks fine. It's like fine. Okay, I feel like this would be a good enough pose for the collection. One more to the collection. I was thinking if I should continue with this like sketch because I don't know if I like it or not. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna continue this another stream. So take a good rest, everyone. Thank you so much for watching the stream today. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Yeah. Bye bye. Bye bye. Take care. Good night, G. Just sleep early. Rest well. Oh, sorry. There's a question. I'll answer this before I end stream. I have a question. How do you start taking commissions? I really want to start commissions, but I feel like you're not ready yet and never tried yet, even though you said it for a while now. If you feel like you're not ready yet, then you're probably not ready. That's what I'm saying. But if you feel like maybe you're ready, then you probably are. Like, you can try. You can try. VGen, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, right? Just try it yourself. Anyways, bye bye everyone. Bye.